Do you know that it takes 7 seconds for you to sell yourself to your prospective employer? Your CV is your marketing tool, and it must have the power to get the attention that you need from employers and recruiters. According to recruiters, your CV will determine whether you get an interview or not. Hello, welcome to another episode of Super Admins Hangout. This is where we inspire you with stories from admins, empower you with productivity and career tips, tools, and tricks that will help you thrive and excel in your career. My name is Becca, and I'm your Hangout hostess. Super Admins Hangout is powered by Office Habit Training and Consulting Limited and supported by the Network of Administrative Professionals of Ghana. I'm super excited to be sharing with you on personal information that you need to avoid in your resume. These are information that you don't need to put on your resume because you sell yourself short by doing that. In my career, I gave out my CV to a friend for him to review for me. This was a friend that was more experienced in terms of job search than I was at that time. He had at that time landed a very good job, and I thought at that time that he was the right person to take a look at my CV and then advise me on areas where I needed to work on. So I gave my CV to him, and I was surprised when he returned my CV and asked me to take certain information out of my CV. So the information that he asked me to take out of my CV is what I'm going to share with you in this episode. The number one information that he asked me to take out of my CV was my date of birth. At that time, I had my date of birth as part of my personal information, which we usually put on top of our CVs. So I asked him why, and he told me that when you put your date of birth on your CV, you are giving recruiters or employers the chance to put your CV aside if they think you are either too young or too old for the job. This is something that they are not supposed to do, but if we give them the opportunity, they are going to do just that. The most labor laws do not allow discrimination based on age, gender, race, religion, color, and so on. So they are not supposed to do that. But if you give them the opportunity, they will do exactly that, and you will not be there to defend yourself. The second information that you need to avoid putting on your CV is your gender. Why do you want people to know you are either a female or a male on your CV? Okay, so if you are not lucky or fortunate for your CV to get into the hands of an employer or a recruiter who is looking for a male candidate, you're going to put your CV aside without looking at the other information on your CV. You could be the right fit for the job, but because you put your gender on your CV, they will not even look at the rest of the information that you provided in terms of experience, educational level, your skill set, and all that. So don't give the recruiter the opportunity to skip you. Don't put that information on your CV. The third information, number 3, that you need to avoid putting on your CV is your religion. Who cares whether you are a Christian or a Muslim? Okay? Don't put your religion on your CV unless it's a Christian based on an organization. You think you mentioning that you're a Christian will give you the chance of you being chosen for the job. Otherwise, don't declare it on your CV. If it happens to get into the hands of a Muslim, for example, what do you think the recruiter will do if there's another CV with from a Muslim candidate? I'm just saying, okay, that might not be what happens, but it's possible that can happen. So avoid putting your religion on your CV. The fourth information that you need to avoid putting on your CV is your family status. You don't need to mention whether you are single or married on your CV, okay? Don't do that. Don't put it on your CV. So that's a recruiter who is thinking of a candidate who is single, or in their mind they are looking out for a candidate who is single, will just keep your CV without looking at the rest of the information on your CV. Okay, so don't mention. When you go to an interview, you are not even supposed to be asked whether you are married or not. But give the recruiter or the employer the opportunity to look at your CV. Don't allow them to put off by the mere fact that you've mentioned that you are married or you are single. Okay. There are some roles that recruiters or employers may feel that it will require somebody who is married. Sometimes being married also shows that you are responsible of something. So don't put those ideas into the heads of recruiters or employers. Just avoid putting that information on your CV. Fifth, which happens to be the last but not the least information that you need to avoid putting on your CV, is your location. It's your location. And sometimes when you do that, it puts some recruiters or employers off, especially if they are looking for somebody who is living around the company building. Okay. Sometimes when you mention where you live and they look at it and they think the distance not make you come to work early in their head, but that might not be so. They might not consider you. And remember, they only have 7 seconds to review a CV. Okay, so just giving them those information may make their work easy. Don't make their work easy. Let them look at your CV in a whole. Like, let them read all the information on your CV. So don't put them off by putting these kinds of information, or especially in your. These are information that we normally put in our personal data, if we should put it, or personal information section, which usually happens to be on top of our CV. So immediately they pick it up, they pick your CV up and they see those kind of information, information that you can make them discriminate against you. Just avoid them. Don't put them on your CV. They are not necessary. What is important is you mentioning who you are, your name, obviously how they can contact you, your telephone number, your email address. Those are the information that you need to put on your CV. Information about your date of birth, your age, your gender, your religion, your family status, and location are not necessary. So avoid putting this information on your CV. That brings us to the end of today's episode. I believe you've learned something new. If these are information that you have on your CV, please take them off at that time. Maybe that is why you are not getting the interviews that you need to get. Okay. I took this information off my CV and it has helped me get a lot of interviews in my career. I've landed over 7 different jobs within my over a decade corporate life. So the advice that my friend gave me has really, really helped me uh, land jobs. And I believe you will also learn a lot of interviews if you avoid putting this information on your CV. Okay, I would like to hear from you. If you learned something new, let me know. If you didn't learn something new, I'd like to hear from you. Your feedback is what gives me energy. Your feedback is what energizes me to put out more videos. So please let me hear from you. Comment, like, share this video with anybody you think will need this information. Okay, and if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will get to know. Okay, see you in the next episode.